So let's look at some more examples just to get a better idea of how to use this FOIL method, or essentially just in general how to multiply these binomials. So let's say we have minus 3x plus 2 times 2x minus 6. And we'll just use our FOIL method again, since that's just a nice, easy way to remember how to do this. So we have minus 3x times 2x, so that would be minus 6x squared, because remember we're doing the first ones. And then we move on and do the outer ones, so that's minus 3x and minus 6. So two negatives multiplied together give us a positive. So we get plus 18x. And then we move to the inner terms, so that's this plus 2 and this 2x, so that would be plus 4x. And finally, we move to the last terms. So that would be the plus 2 and the minus 6, so we get minus 12 for that. And now we just combine everything. So we get minus 6x squared, and then combining the like terms here in the center, we get plus 22x minus 12. Now, one other way to look at these problems is using what's known as the area model. So with this area model, let's essentially just look at an example. Let's say we have 2x plus 3 times x plus 2. And what we can do is essentially draw a rectangle where we're trying to find the area of this rectangle. And one of the side lengths we'll say is x plus 2, and the other one we'll say is this 2x plus 3. And the reason that I spaced them out like this is essentially we're going to split our rectangle into 4 different quadrants. So on this side length, I'm going to split it into essentially a length of x and a length of 2. And since we don't know what x is, we'll kind of have to estimate here, but you can at least get a general idea. So let's say I'm just going to split it right here. And we don't know what x is, so this might be completely wrong, but it at least gives us a guideline on how to do this. And the same thing with this 2x plus 3, I'm going to split it into a length of 2x and into a length of 3. So let's say that splits maybe right there. And the reason I did this is that now we essentially need to find the area of each of these individual rectangles. And we can do that by just multiplying the length and the width of each of the rectangles. So for this one, we have x times 2x, which is 2x squared. Over here, we have 3 times x, which is 3x. Here we have 2x times 2, which is 4x. And in this last box, we have 3 times 2, which is 6. So if we simplify this, essentially what we get is 2x squared plus 3x plus 4x, which is 7x, and then plus 6. So this area model is essentially just another way to look at this type of problem, and it's helpful because it reminds us that when we multiply all 4 of these terms together, that we should get 4 different terms in the solution. And when we are able to combine, we can usually combine a couple of them that are like terms.